Hello and welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the British Tier 9 heavy tank, the Conqueror. The Conqueror has 1,950 hit points, weighs from 66 to 68 tonne, has 950 horsepower and a top speed of 34.3, which it does reach. The downhill speed can get right up to close to 50 kilometers an hour. Traverse speed of 26, which is quite slow. The armour, well, the chassis that it's on is exactly the same chassis as you had on the Conqueror, and it has this is the Conqueror, it has exactly the same armour ratings all round. So if you've driven a Conqueror, you will know, or seen my review, that it's quite poor. We have 130 mils at the front, 51 on the side and 38 at the back. So basically the back has no armour whatsoever. The side 51, anything at tier 8, 9 or 10 can penetrate that with ease, and 130 at the front, most tanks can penetrate that. At least it's sloped, but the lower plate is a very vulnerable place. The ammo rack, as same as the Conqueror, is at the front here. The spall liner will mitigate the damage, but I don't have a spall liner fit on this tank, and I would say every third or fourth game my ammo rack gets hit. Doesn't normally explode, but it does double your loading time, so spall liner is a good idea. The turret I will talk about in a minute. The traverse speed on the turret is 34, which is okay. The view range is 400, which is standard on tier 9 and 10 tanks, and the signal range 750 is standard on tier 9 and 10 heavy tanks as well. Now I will talk about the turret. The turret stats are here, and this is the other turret. So on the left we have the turret, the Centurion turret, which is the turret you start off with on the Conqueror, or you have on the Conqueror, and it's also the turret you start off with when you get the Conqueror. Now as you can see, the stats are 165, 112, 112 for the armour. On the upgraded Conqueror turret, it's 152, 89, 70. Wait a second, I've gone up a tier, I've just purchased the upgraded turret, and it has lower armour ratings. Yes, and it is, not only is it easier to penetrate because of the armour, but it's also a humongous turret and is much easier for people to hit. But wait, there's more. The turret traverse was 36. Now the upgraded turret, it drops down to 34. It has the same view range, but wait, there's even more. It was 10,400 kilograms. Now it's 13,800 kilograms. Yes, it's 3.4 tonne more weight to slow your tank down even more. The turret is a dud. Not much more to say about it than that. I will show you the weak spots on it, but the whole thing's a weak spot. Now, gun selection. Finally, we get a gun that actually does some damage. 400 average damage and a penetration of 259, which is good. It is a good gun. Rate of fire 5.71, which is quite quick. It's quicker than I think any other heavy tier 9 heavy tank, but don't think that is fast rate of fire. It's fast for a heavy tank. There will be plenty of medium tanks that will outgun you on speed, so don't sit out in the open trying to outgun people. Accuracy of 0.33 is very good. Aiming time of 1.9 is quite good. Now that's the price you pay for getting the upgraded turret. The turret's a dud, but you need it to get this gun, and it's the first gun you have in the British line that actually does reasonable damage. You could, if you wanted to, keep the better turret, the early turret, and use the same gun you were using on the Conqueror. It is slightly better when it is in the Conqueror. So instead of a 7 point something rate of fire, it has a 10 round spin rate of fire, so it does fire quite a bit quicker. Everything else is the same, except the aiming time instead of 1.9 is 1.7. So it's a better gun when it's in the Conqueror, but really you need the extra penetration that this upgraded Conqueror gun gives you, and also the damage was too low on the Conqueror, and it's even much too lower on the Conqueror. So they don't, in my opinion, don't really have an option but to take the dud turret and get the top gun. Bit of a grind. That said, it's taken me over 300 games to finally get enough experience up to purchase the FV215B, which I'll also show you here. Has once again the same chassis. but the armor is upgraded. I'll review that later once I've played a few hundred games in it. Alright, back to the Conqueror. The camouflage rating is terrible. Well, it's average for a tier 9 heavy, which is terrible. All of the tier 9 heavies have terrible camouflage, so definitely don't rely on that. Just like the Conqueror is a very big tank, so artillery will love you, and the Spore Liner will help you in that respect as well if you decide to get it. The gun depression is -7 degrees and +15 degrees, so it's not really good enough to be a hill fighter. And you don't really want to be going hull down exposing just your turret anyway, because the turret is not very good. Apart from being able to just shoot the front because your armor is not thick enough, anywhere on the side you can penetrate, anywhere on the back you can penetrate. But also, you will notice the turret slopes downwards, so a taller tank will shoot down on this. Very easy to penetrate. I don't know what the armor is there, but it's virtually non-existent, because even if it's just, the angle is just shy of being an auto bounce, it still penetrates, which means it's terrible. If they have an elevated position and shoot down onto it, you're dead duck, and a cupola sticks out, and even though it is sloped, which is great, still gets penetrated. Alright, I think now we can get into some gameplay. Oh, one other thing. Wikipedia, WikiTanks, says that this has access to HESH shells. It also says the FV215B has access to HESH shells. It does not. It has HE shells, which are basically useless at this tier. HESH is only available on medium British tanks and on tank destroyers. Let's get into some gameplay. I'm in my Conqueror, tier 9 Conqueror. The map is Siegfried Line. Nothing much has happened, so I've started the game a little bit in. I've just hit the IS-3 there. I'm suffering really bad lag. You can see my ping is about 197, 200 at the moment. Above 200. It's normally 120, 130 on the SEA server, Southeast Asia. And at the moment I'm getting really bad ping. Okay, here's an IS-3 we're aiming at. IS-3 turret is very tough indeed. There he is again. It was never going to penetrate. The IS-3 turret is 220 millimeters of armor goodness all around, front, back and sides, and it's sloped. It is very, very good. It's a weird one though. When you get the the IS-3 is the tier 8 heavy. When you get the Russian tier 9 heavy, which is the the IS-3 is the tier 8. When you get to tier 8, you get the IS-8, which is the tier... Oh, let me get this right. The IS-3 is their tier 8 heavy. When you get to tier 9, you get the IS-8, which has a worse turret than the IS-3. It's not as thick. So the Conqueror will penetrate the turret of an IS-8, but it will not penetrate the turret of the IS-3, even though the IS-3 is a tier lower. So bear that in mind. I'm hanging right back because my tank, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's not controlling properly. Like I take my finger off the button, the tank keeps moving forward. I go to turn, and then the tank turns like 10 seconds after I told it to turn. So I'm being really super cautious here. I'll just speed this up a little bit because it's getting pretty boring here. I've even typed in there I'm suffering serious lag, so everyone knows what's going on and people don't hassle me. I'm trying to take up a different position. Well, I'm not trying to, I am taking up a different position. I'm slowing back down to 1 times now. So my idea in this map of the Conqueror is to... I was never going to penetrate an E75, but I had enough concealment between us that hopefully we'll be able to shoot back, and I had to try. He was moving too much for me to really get a shot off at his cupola or anything. Yeah, so I like to move around the fringes, trying to pick people off and try and remain sort of hidden from everyone. Although it's a big tank to remain hidden in, but that's the general gist of it. Now I've got a green indicator there, but we can't penetrate. M103 is a tough tank.
We didn't even scratch them.
That was not a really good spot to shoot at. Surely we can get the rear of his turret.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yay! Finally got one in, or it was more on the side than the rear. Moving right along. I'll just speed it up to 2 times again. As you can see, we're doing about 30, 35-ish. I just slowed it down again to 1 time so you can see the speed of the tank. A little bit on rough terrain, so it's still alright, you know, it moves around okay. Now here we have, this time it is an IS-8. So here we have the higher tier, the tier 9, the IS-8. See if we can get a shot into him. So his turret's exposed. And bang, straight in. So you recall watching me bounce off the IS-3. He shoots there and misses us. But the IS-8 goes straight in, and that's quite a common experience using the Conqueror. Probably for a lot of tanks you will find that the IS-3 is a fantastic turret. And it's just like going from the Carnarvon to the Conqueror, you've got to give up your good turret for a dud turret, even though you're going up a tier. It's a bit odd, Wargaming. Why did you do that? Just taking a cheeky shot there, and we managed to get away with it. Oh yes, we've spotted their artillery, and he's out in the open. Oh yes. We miss. Oh my god. People will tell you that this gun is the most accurate heavy gun, it's a fantastic gun. And yeah, it is, but just because it's accurate doesn't mean it never misses. It's frustrating when you do less damage than everyone else. And, you know, you've got this heavy gun. Oh, we can hit everywhere now. You've got this gun that does less damage than everyone else, but oh, don't worry because it's super accurate. And then when it misses, it really, really hurts. That was never going to go through either. We're getting smashed up here again. Now, this game is very close. This is basically they have to capture our base. So if they capture our base, we lose. If we hold our base and time runs out, we win. Oh, there we go. We finally got him. So they either have to kill us all or cap. It's getting pretty close. We've got 4 tanks. We've got 4 tanks. They've got 5 tanks left. Oh, that was bad. My shot bounced. Well, that guy just bounced a shot from me, thankfully, the VK. He's hiding quite well behind that pillar. Clever man. Oh, I rushed my shot. I was trying to get his lower plate, and I hit the beak of his tank. He's just put another shot into me. I've got 433 health left. We've got 3 tanks left. They've got 5 tanks left. It's not, oh no, we're down to 2 tanks. We're down to 2. They've still got 5. I've been hit again. I now have 130 hit points. If I get hit again, I'm dead. I hit him. Oh no, he's bounced. Oh, sometimes the gods smile on you. Oh, I didn't die. It was a low roll. Oh, he's bounced again. They've got 4 tanks. We've got 2. 39 seconds left in the game. They've got 2 tanks now. We just killed another one. And we've got 2 tanks. The FV4-202's got... Oh no, he just got killed. It's just me. Against 2 tanks. Okay. I bounced off the Tiger. He's got full health. The Fox coming down. Oh no. Oh, this is it. Yes. There's only 10 seconds left. If the Tiger hits me, it's all over. Oh no. I suppose I should run. I don't know what to do here. Oh, don't shoot me. Well, that was a very exciting finish. I was glad just to survive that game because the lag at the start of the game was very bad. But it was a fun game though. We got a is that a cool headed or a Spartan. I think it's a Spartan, which is pretty incredible to get that in a Conqueror. I think that's when you bounce a shot when you've got less than 20% health left or something like that, or ricochet. As you can see here, we did damage to a lot of tanks. A really good game, and a very exciting finish. Being the last one left alive with a couple of tanks, all I had to do was put one shot into me. I had like 100 and something health left. Either one of those could have penetrated me with a single shot. My armor unlikely to bounce, although I did bounce a shot just before that, which was very lucky. And yeah, it was the game for it, so I was wrapped with that. And there you go, we finished top for experience and damage. Did we finish top for damage as well? Yeah, we did. We did 300 and something damage, okay, or 3,000, sorry. And the other team, yeah, had some good players. This E50 did well. But yeah, okay, next screen, and we fired 27 shots. 22 of those shots hit, which is very good. 15 of them penetrated. So as you can, I mentioned about you need the extra penetration at this tier. The Carnarvon gun, the B barrel isn't enough. You can see here we still bounced quite a few shots, even with the higher penetrating gun. Damage of 3,445, which is very good. Hits received 9, penetration 6, so actually bounced 3, which is great with this. That was lucky. And potential damage received 2,7. So we did well to survive there. Enemies damaged 8, destroyed 3. That's very, very good. And did a little bit of assistance, damage assistance as well. And we did, well, earned over 1,100 experience without premium. With premium comes 600, so that's an awesome game. Let's get on to the next game.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, good people, the map is Corellia, and I'm in my Conqueror, and I'm heading into a sniper position. Now I've had a lot of good games in this tank, and I really had to cull them. Because I don't like using old replays because they don't work properly every time they change a version. So I'm in version 8.9, and all the replays you see of mine are mostly 8.9, the current version at the time. So yeah, so I delete all my old replays. So I had about 10 really good replays. I had to decide which ones to put in for you. And yeah, so I've got this one and another one. They're both really good for you to watch.
Critical hit.
Oh, don't you hate that? You hit a little tank like that and it doesn't do any damage. It's critical damage here. What? Did I track him? He's kept going. Oh boy, we got hit there. Get a shot off before. Oh, it was the artillery that hit us. It only did 24 damage. So it must have been splash damage. If it had hit us, it actually could have killed us with one shot. Or GW Panther probably wouldn't have killed us, but it would have severely hurt us. So we were really lucky there was only splash damage. T20. Nice hit, and he's dead. That was good to get rid of him so early in the game. That puts us one up. So I can see, I think it was a T28 prototype that shot me before. I'd love to get a hit back on him. That was a bad miss. I mean, not my fault, the gun accuracy wasn't good. STI is a tough tank. Oh, we get another chance on it, and the drop's short. Oh, that's World of Tanks for you. Nah, blind fire, hoping I'm going to hit him, but no good. Now let's have another crack at this STI. That's the spot. Bang. He's tracked, so that's good. We just stay here now and wait to reload. Aim for the same general area. Beautiful. Ooh, nice one too, 469. Average damage of 400 this gun, so that was a good one. Bad average. Wow. He's got his tracks back up. They doesn't move, and we get the kill. Yeah, T28 prototype, there he is out there. That's the bugger that got me before. Well, I think he only tracked me. Oh no, it was artillery that got me before, wasn't it? That's alright then. So we've got a good, we've done very well so far. 2,270 damage is very good at this stage. We're up 4-3, so it's still a close game. I'm just seeing if I can get a shot on this T-28 prototype. Looks like he's almost dead actually, but he's disappeared. I don't want to hang out there because I don't want to get hit by the artillery again. We've just lost the tank up in the south there. Ooh, there's the artillery. Let's get... Oh, spot's gone. Damn. I'd love to get rid of that. Once that's rid of, I can go out in the open a bit. What the? Sneaky bugger.
Penetration.
As you can see, aim time's quite quick. He's got another shot into me. He's got a good reload, and he's penetrated me. So, as you can see, other tanks can penetrate you quite easily in the Conqueror. That was annoying. At least we got one into him anyway. He didn't get it for free. I'm just checking every now to see where that Pershing is. He's getting hammered by our M103, is it, down there? He's doing a good job. And he's got him. That's good, so that's something we don't have to worry about. T-28 prototype's been spotted again. Let's see if we can get a shot on him. And he's behind a rock and he's disappeared again anyway.
5-minute warning.
The artillery is still out there, I believe. Oh no, we've got the artillery. You got him, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Although at this stage of the game, I'm not sure if I was paying attention and whether I noticed that or not. I noticed it now on the replay. He's disappeared again, that T-28 prototype. Every time I go for him, he disappears off the screen. So as you can see, this spot, I don't mind this spot. I can move between positions. I can choose pretty much where I'm going to shoot, but I've still got good cover. Oh, he's gone. AMX 1375. He should be about a one shot where he is now. Maybe. Yep, 200 and something health. And we miss. Didn't lead enough. Ah, he's dead anyway. Here's that T-28 prototype again. Oh, he's gone again. Elusive bugger. He's got about 10 hit points left. Oh, looks like we're going to get him now. He's gone. Alright, so I decided to start heading over to the north, where it looks as though we might be in a spot of bother. I'm pretty convinced now the south, their attack, the assault on the south has pretty much been taken care of, so we've got enough tanks there, and yeah, we're seeing a few more tanks now. This looks like a serious assault here. They've got 3 minutes 14 seconds left in the game, so if they want to cap, they have to attack now. They don't have a choice. IS-8. Just wanted to get the unsuspecting shot before I try and help out our STI here, although he's nearly dead. So if we can get a shot on here, hopefully distract this T-44. But he just kills our STI. Unfortunately, I probably should have shot at that T-44 before I had that shot at the IS-8 before, because I could possibly have saved our STI. That was probably a bit foolish of me, but live and learn. Now, all of our other tanks that were on the northern flank appear to have demised, but it looks like our tanks from the south are all coming up on the map. I can see them moving up, so it looks like I will get some back up. Alright, we take a hit from that T-44, but we get a shot into him and destroy him, so it was probably worth it at this stage. We've got a IS-8, a Conqueror, and what else is it coming up there? IS-8 turret was worth shooting at, because as we've learnt, their turret is not so good as the IS-3, but we don't penetrate. Might try and get one to this Conqueror, because as I know, their armor's crap. Straight into his upper plate, didn't even have to go for his lower plate, but he gets me as well. He had a very quick, he aimed very quickly there. I think he just clutch shot me and did a good job. Snapshot me, whatever you call it. Almost got a shot into the turret there of the IS-8, but no good. I'm just going to see if I can track this Conqueror, because I know we've got friendly tanks moving up. And what hit me? Maybe I just got tracked. I don't think I actually took any damage then, did I? Oh no, I did take damage from the Conqueror, 429. Oh no, that was before. No, he just tracked me, that was all. I was trying to track him, but he tracked me. So I see my opportunity now with this IS-3. If I back around, I can keep the rocks between me and the other tanks. And I notice this IS-3 is in very low health, so I'm hoping I can eliminate him if he doesn't see me coming. He does see me coming, but we get the shot into him. He has a long aim time and I don't. That worked out okay. They've only got 2 tanks left now and we've got heaps, so they can't cap. There's only 40 something seconds left. They can't win now really, and we are looking to get rid of them. Let's try and move up on the back of this Conqueror and get a shot in. No, someone else gets it. No, we get it. Good, we got the Conqueror, and now there's just their... Oh no, they're all gone. End of the game. As you can see, that was a really good game. 72,000 credits is a lot of credits. Always good to see a good spread of damage and kills and things like that. Let's move on to the next screen. We finished on top for experience, only just though. The Tiger 2 must have had a ripper game, but we were way on top for damage, 4,400. Yeah, way on top for damage. On the other team, this T95, he had a pretty good game. Okay, next screen, and we can see that we fired 21 shots. 16 of those shots hit, 15 penetrated, which is amazing. Damage 4,410, hits received 6, penetration 6, and splash damage 1. So our armor showing its lack of effectiveness there, especially at close range. Potential damage received 1,900, yep. And enemy spotted 1. We damaged 9 tanks, destroyed 4, which is excellent. Bit of assistance damage there as well. Big credit earnings, 57,000 plus it was 15,000, finishing the top 5. A bonus going at the moment. We do, however, have high expenses in this tank, and we ended up with 36,000, which is still very good. Over 1,000 in non-premium experience, which is fantastic, and 1,500 with the premium added on. Next game is a fantastic game.
Let's go.
The map is South Coast. I'm in my Tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. This is the last game I have for you in this review. It's a very good game, a lot of damage. As you can see, we're on the Southeast Asian server, and I cannot understand any of the chatter that's going on. If anyone knows the language that they're speaking there, if you could leave it in comments, that'd be great. I think it might be Thai actually. We get a lot of Thai players, some from Japan, a lot from Singapore because the server is actually based in Singapore, and we get some from Malaysia, and of course a lot of Australian players and New Zealanders as well. Just depends on the time of day that you get on, who you get really. Of course it's always a bit easier if you speak the same language as everyone else in the game, but hey, there you go. See an IS, get a nice moving shot on him. As you can see, I back away because I use the bush for spotting, and then once I've fired a shot in the bush, the cover that the bush provides me reduces substantially, and so I need to move back because I will be visible to everyone and I don't want them all shooting at me. I was going to go for the IS there again, but then when I saw that SU, I think he was a much more valuable target, so I decided to concentrate on him instead. He'd be a much better one to get rid of. The IS is now behind a building. Now he's unfortunate, he's a tier 7 tank in a tier 10 game, so I don't know how he ended up here. Oh, that was fortunate that he went through that space and we were able to nail him there. He hasn't got much health left, 195, so hopefully someone will clean him up. Can't get a shot on those guys. So now hopefully the bush has reset back to full camouflage and I move back into position to spot again. See if we can see that IS. I might just speed the game up a little bit at this point to 2 times. Okay. Well, he's spotted, but we can't really see him. Can't get a shot on him, that's for sure. Now I noticed there that there in the east section of the map we're starting to get into a bit of trouble. Looks like they're starting to overpower us, so I decide it's time to turn around. I think we're winning on this western side now. So I decide to start moving up to shore up the other side. But as I'm moving, the IS is spotted again. Someone's actually hit him. And he's out in the open, so I bounce a shot, unfortunately. I keep moving. But he's still out in the open. He doesn't know where I am. He's just running, and it'd be silly of me not to finish him off. Then we spot, what is it, a T-30, who's also out in the open. Well, he probably didn't know he was in the open until just now. Although he's concentrating on somebody else. Somebody else he can obviously see. I don't think he can see me at all. It's a trouble when you're being sniped. If you don't know where the hits are coming from, you don't know where to take shelter. I think he's just tunnel vision. He's just focused on this other guy. Hasn't even noticed where I'm hitting him from. So we managed to take him out, which is great. I can't get a shot on the other two, but I think we've got enough tanks over there. Now it's looking like a disaster over this side of the map. So I have to do something here. There's a Conqueror there. He fires and hits me. Oh, and I fire and hit him, but somebody else, an Object 268, hits me as well. So I get it twice there. I got 431 from the Conqueror and 829 from the Object 268. So all of a sudden, I've gone from full health to less than half. I'm now only got 640 hit points left. Now, I can see this T-71 coming up, and we're able to nail him, which is great because they're pesky little buggers. Now I know there's an object coming up this driveway here, so I'm focusing my gun as I go past. So we hit the object 140, he hits me for 300, I hit him for about 400 or something. He gets another shot into me, so he's got a fast loading gun. And I get another one into him. I'm doing more damage to him than he is to me, but I've only got 23 health remaining. So even if someone bumps into me, I'm pretty much dead. Now I need to put pressure on, go for this M103 because our mouse down there has got 3 tanks all around him. Once he dies, they won't be distracted anymore, so I need to get as much punishment into them as I can before they come after me. We get one shot into him. I'd use the tank as protection between the two of us. I can just see part of his tank there, so I get ready to shoot, and he moves into position for me. We get another shot on him. Looks like he's now near death. Here comes the teeth. Oh, he bounced, fortunately for me. We get a shot into him. He's getting around to my side. He's going to reload before I can. And he kills me. Ah, done. Oh, he's on fire. Alright, so I think, yeah, he's dead now too. I feel better. Alright, let's finish it there. Well, that was an awesome game in the Conqueror. We did go on to win that game. I got a sniper medal there, which I'm very happy about. As you see, great scheme. We hit lots of tanks. We destroyed a few tanks. Good game. So we finished on top for experience and well on top for damage as well. Yeah, we did good experience there. The Waffle Tractor did a pretty good job as well. And on the other team, the M103 did pretty good. And very interesting, that IS we were hitting, I felt sorry for him while I was shooting him because he was a tier 7 tank in a tier 10 game. But as you can see, he was part of a platoon, and he just got dragged in with his platoon. Poor bugger. Next screen, and you can see we fired 16 shots, 16 direct hits, of which 15 penetrated. That is incredible. We were a little bit lucky there. It's not always that good, that's for sure. We did 5,304 damage, which is absolutely massive. Hits received 7, penetrations 5, so we were lucky. You managed to bounce a couple of shots there at crucial times. I think both of those shots could have killed us. Potential damage received was 2,850, yep. We damaged 8, destroyed 3, and did a little bit of spotting damage as well. Now, we received a lot of money, 68,000 credits plus 15,000 for a help out in that game. Now, I used a repair kit. I didn't notice in the replay, but I remember in the game that I used a repair kit, so I used a few thousand credits on that. And all up, we ended up with 46,000 credits. Now, we got over 1,000 XP, and then with premium, we got a bit more, of course, 1,600. Now, I have my tier 2 mastery badge in this tank, but that's the best I have in it. But the tank, I mustn't be that good at this tank yet, because 5,300 damage, and I didn't get my tier 1, let alone my mastery badge. So I'm probably not driving this tank to its full potential. So bear that in mind when you think about this review, that in the hands of someone who really knows what doing the tank is probably better than what you're seeing me do with it. Thank you for watching my review of the Conqueror tier 9 British heavy tank. Had some good games in it, but I don't think I'll be keeping it because the FV215B, the tier 10 version, has a upgraded hull with thicker armor, and the turret also has thicker armor and has the same gun. I just don't see any point then in keeping the Conqueror. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up, it does help. And if you want to see more, please subscribe at ReginaldESQ. Do have fun.